welcome back. So, I am your host Hans. Welcome back to Heel Hunters. And today, like I promised, probably Monday right now, maybe Sunday. So, going over something really fun today, and it's going to be something that I've had lots and lots of experience shooting. And I'm just going to tell y'all everything y'all need to know about this particular rifle. That rifle is going to be the Beryl, the Polish Beryl. Alright guys, real quick before the video starts, I'd like to give a disclaimer real quick that some of these clips that I use in my videos are not mine. I do not own the rights to them. I want to give full credit to the original owners before the video starts, and a discretion notice. Some of the actions of my videos could be considered dangerous. I do not recommend trying any of this at home, and I'm doing all this at my full discretion because I am doing the video. So just don't do it. So anyway, if you want to like and subscribe, go ahead and do so right now. And if you want to leave a comment in the comment sections, go for it. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Love it. Fan-freaking-tastic rifle. The way I've got mine set up, I'll give you some close-up pictures and everything, but the way that I've got mine set up, it's not the lightest thing in the world. It really isn't. This thing is accurate. I would say the grouping is probably like 1.5 to 2 MOA. Definitely likes 55 grain. You can shoot 62 grain. It doesn't open up too bad, but 75 grain and up, don't do it. The accuracy starts really dissipating after the 62 grain, and then anything after that, I would just stop. 62 grain green tip is the most you're going to get out of this. I don't know what the terminology for that is. Sorry. Shot it bare bones. Thought it was pretty good. I realized really quick that I was wanting to do a little bit more with it, especially put a red dot or a scope or anything on it as per that matter. I also wanted to do this build to have 0 recoil, and I got pretty damn close. Sorry, I got a bowl of strawberries and some coffee with me. I can do what I want, it's my channel. Anywho, first thing I did is I put this on here, this muzzle brake. It's a compensator from Strike Industries. I think it's called the Triple Crown. I'll put it up on the screen for y'all. But this thing, I replaced the Beryl muzzle brake, and the Beryl muzzle brake's pretty good. Nothing wrong with it. But when I got this rifle, I told myself from the very beginning that I wanted it to be a 0 recoil rifle, or very, very soft recoiling. And this thing right here has really done it for me. And another thing, when I got this rifle, I've always played Battlefield 3, and I use the AK-12 a lot in that game. And I just thought the original OG AK-12 was super sick. I think the new AK-12s are really sick as well, but you either gotta pay a crap ton of money to get it, or you're just not gonna have it. Buy a parts kit, pay like $3,000, $4,000 to get it built, or you know, you can sell it with something else. And I like the OG one better anyway, so bam, that. This is essentially an AK-12. All right, so let's talk about the way I have it set up, why I have it set up the way I do. I kind of went over the muzzle brake with you already. We'll leave it at that. But why I chose the red dot I did, why I chose the muzzle brake, magazines, you know, buttstock. Some people are probably wondering why I still got the standard buttstock on it. I'll go over everything here in just a second. So, getting into it. Second thing on the rifle is the red dot of my choice. I got the Mepro M21 red dot for multiple reasons. I wanted to see what Mepro was like, Mepro Light, whatever. And I've always liked the Trichicon reflex sight. I thought those were the dopest thing ever. You know, you see them on video games all the time. I used to run it all the time in Battlefield and Call of Duty, so it was kind of like a go-to for me. But on top of all of it, the main thing that sold me on this was the triangle. This has a triangle red dot on it, and it's jazz money. And on top of that, no batteries. I think these things are supposed to last up to 12 years, and then they can also last up way more than that, just depending on, you know, how it's gonna go. No one actually knows until like it gets to that time frame, but no batteries. That is specifically what sold me on this. There's a couple of weird things about this. Like if you hear that, it has like a suspension system is all I can say, is like it's got like a suspension system. So my buddy, before I traded a Gorka for this, by the way, he was telling me about this, and he was telling me that he torqued it down in every which way as possible, but it still moved, and then he looked it up, and sure enough, it is supposed to move a little bit. So that is kind of weird, but it doesn't bother me enough to actually complain about it. But it is kind of unusual. Moving on to the next part is the foregrip. I like the foregrip. I like vertical foregrips. You know why? Because I used them in video games. That's got to be a big part of this whole thing. Is I use foregrips in the video games. This is a real FB Radom Fabricabroni foregrip. This thing, I really like it. I don't know what it is about it. I've had Tenga down grips before and they're cool, but this is a little shorter. It's a little stubbier, and I don't know, I like the way it tapers, and I like the way it feels when I grab it. I feel like I can grab this real well, and it just feels good. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but yeah, I can still C-clamp it a little bit. You know, I can really grip that, and for some reason, and it might just be all in my mind, I can feel the balance of the gun shift. Used to, when I had the other grip that you'll see on the video, that's an unfolded one, the CAA grip. It jiggles. I didn't like it. I wanted something that was stationary. But after I took that grip off and I put this one on, it just feels lighter. It feels faster. The ergo's definitely increased. But yeah, it feels better. It feels like I can really punch out. The front handguard right here, this is a TDI Arms X47 rail. And I'm sure you can see the rough spot right up here. I grinded off the other latching point on the Beryl to make it work. And then, funny enough, I figured out, oh shit, they make one that fits the Beryl. Well, I've already done it, so it is what it is. But hopefully, if I ever sell this, somebody who buys it from me does not watch this video and realize I did that, because I will definitely get a marker and just mark over it. The TDI Arms rail system, and I got the front and the back. I got the whole rail system. So, I'm sure in the videos, y'all will see me shooting it all with the rail system pretty much. I think there's maybe a couple of shots where I actually have the new rail system on, maybe not. But I've been using this rail system for almost the entirety of this rifle's life that I've had it. I've put probably 2,000 rounds to this rifle. Zero hiccups. But for one magazine, and I'll get over, and I'll do a whole thing on a magazine here in just a second. So, the rail system, fantastic the entire time. All the way up until I stripped one of the screws. Or actually, I didn't strip a screw, I stripped the rail. Right here on the front side, in the very front portion of this rail on the right side, I actually stripped the threading with the screw, and maybe I torqued it a little too hard, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, I loved this rail system. I'm not talking crap about TD Arms at all. This rail system was kick butt, but I did literally rip the threading out of this, and I really don't think I screwed down that hard. I had to go out of my way to fix that, and whether or not I wanted it to, torque it as much as I could and try to correct it, it was always canted. Since it doesn't latch down to the back, it's just floating on this and relying all on this front piece. It was always canted to the left a little. So the canted stuff really started to get on my nerves, and that's when I started hustling Arms of America about the real Beryl Picatinny rail. But for this Picatinny rail and the front grip, they charge you 3 times, 4 times what they go for. And go F yourself. I'm not paying that. So anyway, that being said, I had to take this off, source this one out from Arms of America, purchased it. It was still expensive, like $200 freaking for rail. And I put this bad boy on, and this thing is rock solid. One thing that is cool about the TDI thing is the TDI Arms rail system is way lighter because it's aluminum. This bad boy has to be steel. The FB Radom rail system has to be steel. It's heavy AF. I could tell immediately that this bad boy weighed this rifle down so hard, but it's worth it. This thing ain't moving. Rail. All right, so I said it. I'll say it again. One of the more important parts is the magazine compatibility. So I went through this hell so y'all didn't have to. Oh, and one other thing before we start getting into the magazines, this also correlates to the magazine, is the magazine release. The extended magazine release on this bad boy is awesome. You didn't see that. So this bad boy right here makes inserting and getting the mags out of the way so much easier. So much easier. I would put this on every single AK if I could. So the magazines. What works, what doesn't work? What do I run, and the one that you've seen? So, first thing that you do not have to modify that works real well is, of course, the Foregrip translucent magazines. These things work flawlessly. They're great. They're not super cheap. There's definitely better alternatives that are more robust and rugged than this one, but this has a cool factor. It's just translucent. It's blue. It's like a blue-gray translucent color. They're super cool. They're going to be super expensive very, very soon. If you want one, get yourself one. And for good reason. I drop my rifle sometimes, and this thing, I guarantee you, if I dropped it, it would explode. Still a good mag though. Runs completely fine, great for range. So, Foregrip, obviously it's meant for the rifle, it's gonna work. Modified with a pod arms follower, but it's the 545 Circle 10 slab side mag. In black, whatever color, I don't care. This mag is amazing. It runs flawlessly with the pod arms follower, but I do have to say this. In every video I'm shooting, it's 29 rounds, by the way, YouTube. So, which I have proof because I'm about to get into it right now. 30 rounds fully loaded. It's pretty hard to rack the thing. It's pretty snug. With 30, you really have to rip that bad boy back. And I mean, you have to treat it like a hoe. But all in all, I've never had one issue out of this. I didn't have to shave the end. I didn't have to modify this at all. Next magazine that we got is the Palmetto State AK 101 mags, 5.56 mags. These things are awesome. I don't care what anybody says. And fun fact, you can do 31 rounds in this bad boy if they haven't corrected it. I can put 31 rounds in this bad boy and rock and lock it. So, they work flawlessly, no hiccups. Good to go there. Next one. With a pod arms follower, this has to be modified, is the Tula Plum Mags. or Ish Smash. I've used those in this as well. Both of them with the pot arm followers work flawlessly. And again, same issue. This is a 5.45 mag, same issue as the other one. I run 29 rounds in this one, as I do of all the other things, but it's hard to rack. I've never had one kind of hiccup out of those, but it will be hard to rack. Just an FYI. So, let's talk about the gun's performance. I know it's gonna be a long video. You wanted it. So, gun's performance, nothing bad to say about it. I love this gun. So, I know that Foregrip has issued or made a statement that they will not be producing any more of these, or that we will not be getting them anymore in the United States, more than likely, because there's just not enough people ordering them. And they're moving on to the Grot, which is kick butt. I'd definitely be considering getting one of those if they ever come to the United States. Hopefully Arms of America can do that. I'm not gonna put any pressure on them, but that would be super, super, super dope. But yeah, all in all, 10 out of 10, I love this rifle. If y'all are thinking about getting one, do it. Do it, and do it now. Because this rifle, once they are gone, they're going to skyrocket in price. They're selling for, as of right now, they might still have a couple left on Arms of America and maybe somewhere else if you can find it. But as of right now, they're like $1,500 to $2,000. And yes, that's expensive for an AK platform. But let me tell you something, man. Once these get gone, you're gonna see them going for $3,000 to $5,000. And you think I'm joking, but the base rifle is gonna probably go for $2,500 to $3,000. When you add the furniture, which it already gets freaking, I don't know, you already get swindled for the price for these. It's just gonna keep going up. So just go ahead and get it. Just avoid all the bull crap. If you want it, buy it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for the episode. Thank you for joining me on the episode. This was a fun time. I love talking about these kinds of things. I have a lot more stuff to go over, like this 6B45 replica I've got with some real Russian pockets. I'll go over that with you as well on another episode on gear. But right now, like I promised, we're doing firearms first. So I have a lot more to go over. I have a Galil coming in. We got an AK-103. We're gonna be taking a Makarov and doing horrible, crazy things with it. Tons and tons of stuff coming ahead. So if you're interested, make sure to like and subscribe to this video. I'm trying to grow my account and make sure to hold accountable to these people. Do you think, what red dot do you have on your rifle? That's what I want to know. Put it in the comments. I'll go and see, and I'll go critique it if you have a crappy red dot on there. And I'll just be honest with y'all. You know, consistency factor, I'm trying, man. But I gotta see that y'all are actually interested in these videos to just keep this going, because I just don't have a lot of time. But if y'all want this to keep going, build that subscriber, build that subscribe count. You know, let me know that y'all want me to do more of these things for y'all in the future. I got plenty more plans to do this. All right, so I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next episode at Heel Hunters with your host, Hans. Goodbye.